Welcome to my channel video Pushra. Please subscribe my channel and press the like button. Please share my video.
We are going to see the topic pollination and fertilization in plants. The content is first one, pollination definition, second one, types of pollination, third one, agents of pollination, fourth one, parts of flower, fifth one, fertilization. First one, pollination. Process of transfer of pollen grains from one flower to another flower is called pollination. There are two types of pollination. They are self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination occurs within the same flower or another flower of the same plant. Second one, cross-pollination. Cross-pollination occurs same flower or different flower in different plants. Third one, agents of pollination. There are 5 types of agents of pollination. The first one is pollination by wind, second one is pollination by water, third one is pollination by insect, fourth one is pollination by birds, fifth one is pollination by animals. First one, pollination by wind. Because of the high speed wind, the pollen grains will fly away from the stigma of a flower and it will stick on another flower stigma. Second one, pollination by water. The flowers under the water has pollen grains. Because of the speed of the water, the pollen grains will be away from the flower and it will stick on other's flower stigma. Third one, pollination by insect. For example, honeybee will suck honey from a flower. While sucking, the pollen grains will stick on its body like that. And after sticking, it will suck the honey from another flower. While sucking, the pollen grains will stick on its body. No, it will stick on that flower's stigma. Fourth one, for pollination by birds. Birds will sit on the flowers because the flower's petal will attract them and the flower has food and nectar for the birds. And while taking the food and nectar, the pollen grains will stick on its body. After sticking, it will go and take another food and nectar from another flower. While taking, the pollen grains will attach in that stigma. So, fifth one is pollination by animals. Animals also will get attacked from the flower's petal and it has food and nectar for the animals. Animals will sit on it and eat. While eating it, the pollen grains will stick on its body. And while eating another nectar and food from another flower, it will stick on that flower. Next, fourth one is parts of the flower. The upper part of the flower is stigma. The stigma has a hole called pollen tube. The pollen grains will enter in that. An anther filament forms stamen. Stigma and stale ovary will form a pistil. The main part is ovary, and the ovary and receptacle will attach in sepal. Next, fifth one is fertilization. The pollen grains will sit on the stigma of any flower, and while after sticking, it will cut into piece and it will go into the pollen tube. From pollen tube, it will go into stale. After going into ovary, it will stick on ovule, mean female gametes. After sticking, the zygote will form. Zygote means seed. After the seed coming to form, the petals of the flower will fall down in the ground and the ovary will form as fruit.
Thanks for watching my video.